Hello and good morning. Welcome. So happy to have you here. Today we're going to cover why broken trust innovation gets broken and keeps you from getting to market. Why broken trust breaks innovation and keeps you getting to market. Don't want to not get to market, do we? In most companies, the VP of product position empowers all people to stand behind the company's mission for a new product, or for any product for that matter. They're enlisted to provide resources to the engineering troops, work with the marketing and sales teams to get the customer's input, and get all parties, everybody who's involved, to understand what this new product does and to rally support across the company. All of those relationships and conversations require trust. And you guessed it, storytelling is the best way to build that trust. We value trustworthy people. We value trustworthy companies. Every company must demonstrate trustworthiness to employees and to customers. Gaining the trust of your team is instrumental to strengthening the connection within your organization and ultimately outside of it. There becomes a sense of action as employees believe in the organization and what it stands for. Then they take that passion and belief externally to customers. Let's imagine for a moment that a brand is somebody we've just met. Let's call them Bob. A mutual friend has just introduced you and Bob, and you have 15 minutes to get to know each other. Now, imagine the conversation. It goes something like this. Hi, Bob. Nice to meet you. Tell me a bit about yourself, you say. Bob responds by listing a bunch of facts about himself. Hi, I'm Bob. I was born in France and learned to speak French and English. My father taught me how to become a mechanic. When I was 10 years old, my father died in an accident. We won the US green card lottery system and moved to Georgia. As a teenager, I got a job as a mechanic at a local shop. I tried to get a mechanical gig at an aviation company, but my high school diploma wasn't enough. I went back to school and became an engineer. The substance is there to Bob's story, but it's pretty dull, isn't it? If you're like me, you're probably wondering about all the details that fill the gaps. Let's try it again. And notice this isn't any longer. Despite losing his father at a young age and moving to a new country, Bob could pick himself up and continue pursuing his dream. One of those dreams was working with cars. He learned how to be a mechanic from his father and took that skill to the next level in school. He eventually got a job at a BMW dealership where he learned more about cars and engines. However, it wasn't until he saw an Air Force display of fighter jets that he realized he wanted to work on aircraft instead. This was a challenging goal, as he only had a high school diploma. But Bob didn't let that stop him. He returned to university, got an engineering degree, and finally landed a job at an aviation company. So in the first example, we had Bob describing himself. In this example, we took liberties and described Bob for him. But the effect is the same. Through the art of storytelling, Bob's story is now inspiring. It's about persevering in the face of adversity. It works because it demonstrates how storytelling can stimulate the brain's experiential centers. Is your company just throwing out dull facts? This is why every business needs its big story. All the way from the vice president of product, all the way through sales and marketing and out to the customers. Without a big story, all you have is dull facts. It's not enough to build a fantastic product nowadays and kick it over the wall to your sales and marketing teams. You need a big story. Without it, you can't build trust. And remember, trust is important. Being genuine, interesting, and experiential feeds the building of trust. What's your big story? Have you figured it all out? Let us know. Excited to know how you're telling your big story. And of course, We'd love to see what feedback we could give you and see if we can help out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Nice little short show today, trying to keep these down to less than 15 minutes so that you can get a quick hit of storytelling power and then be on with your day. Thank you so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you next week.